Hi folks, welcome to Survey of Humanities online. We're going to have a great semester. If you've never had an online class before, then you need to be aware they are a lot more work than a regular class. You've got to be proactive. You've got to stay on top of things. You've got to print that schedule and stick with it. You've got to check the modules. You've got to be in class multiple times a week. You've really got to take charge of things. I've tried to organize clearly. I will give you lots of warnings. I'll answer any questions. I'll do my best to keep you on track, but the real work is up to you to make sure you get it all done, okay? So, please first look at the technological requirements that are in the little syllabus and policy section. Has to do with, like, can you send an email the right way? Can you save a Word document and attach it, and all of these different little things that you need to be able to do a class online. Also, if you do not have internet at home, I will tell you it's going to be difficult to do this class or any online class, okay? You cannot just go in the computer lab for an hour or two the one day a week you have an on-campus class and think you can do everything you need to do for this class and be successful. It will not work. You've got to be able to get in there multiple times a week to keep up with everything, to participate in the discussion boards, to make sure you don't forget everything. So if you don't have internet at home, you've got to be able to know you can go anytime you need to do work. If you have only dial-up at home, you can probably do most things fine for this class, but you'll need to go somewhere else to take your quizzes and your tests, okay? I have organized this class into modules where you're going to have, each week you'll have a module that you're working through. There's a couple of times you're going to have two, but it's just because one is really simple and I'm not going to put all the requirements for each module in there, and it's just because of the way, what we're covering and the amount of time we have to do it. Each one will tell you what chapters of the book you need to read. It'll tell you if there's supplemental readings or videos that I want you to watch. It'll tell you what assignments you have for that week, what the discussion board is, what the homework is, what the quiz is at the end of the week. Everything you need for that week will be in the module. All the quizzes, discussion board, most of the discussion boards and stuff are already in all of those. And I'm still adding in a few like videos and homework I'm still working on because we've got a new edition of the book this semester and I need to check the questions in the back to make sure they're the same, that kind of stuff. But everything you need for a given week will be in that module, okay? Discussion boards are really important because they're your interaction with your classmates. What I expect is that by Wednesday each week, from Monday morning to Wednesday at midnight, you post your answer to whatever my question is. You create your thread, put your answer in there. Then Thursday morning through Sunday night at midnight, you go back in, read what everybody else posted, and do responses. It doesn't work to either go in on Monday, post your thread, and respond to the two other people that have already posted and say, I'm done for the week. That doesn't work. And it doesn't work to go in on Sunday and post your thread and respond to a couple of people and go, oh, I've done it. That doesn't work either. The idea is Monday through Wednesday is your time to put your thread in. Thursday to Sunday, we do responses, okay? And you need to be in there multiple times and go in and read, and then maybe if somebody comments on your thread, you need to respond to them. And then you commented on somebody else, did they say something back? The idea is to get discussion going, not just go, okay, here's my one sentence for my thread, and here's, yep, I agree for the thing, for the responses. I want you to explain yourself, to elaborate, to ask good questions, to get discussion going, okay? I'm looking for substantive comments, not just go, yeah, I agree, or no, I don't think you're right about that. Like, actually engage, okay? If you have a week where you can't get back in there, or you have a week where you really can't get in until after Wednesday to do your first post, it's okay. Better to do it and get partial credit than not do it at all. But on a regular basis, you need to follow that Wednesday, first deadline, Sunday night at midnight, second deadline. Sunday night at midnight will also be the deadlines for your quiz that week and for your homework, okay? Speaking of homework, I am looking for correct answers, particularly in the second half of the semester with the theme chapters. But I grade on homework as much for effort as accuracy. There are some concepts in those theme chapters in particular that are a little hard to wrap your brain around. And you may go, I don't really think I understand this. Don't just go, well, I didn't understand it. Say, I don't know if I've got this right or not. Here's what I think it means, and at least give it a shot. You will get a lot more partial credit out of that than if you just don't do it at all, okay? Also in the realm of correct answers, there are many things in this class where there is a correct answer. If I ask you to explain how you analyze something with Apollonian and Dionysian analysis, which I know those are big words, and we'll get there. There's a right way to do that and a wrong way to do it. If I ask you to identify a particular philosophy of morality, there's a right way to do that and a wrong way to do that. But a lot of things, you can like it, you don't like it, explain why. You may have a different interpretation of what you think an artist was trying to get across. A different reaction to something. What you took from it may not be what somebody else took from it. There's a lot of things in this class that there are no right answers. Okay, it's your interpretation. Now, that being said, when it comes to analyzing art, sometimes there is a wrong answer, and I'll give you an example. Somebody, in a previous semester, I have a thing when we get to the chapter on death and life affirmation, looking at the movie Up, with, where the guy ties all the balloons to the house, the Pixar cartoon, all that good stuff. And the person's analysis was that the old guy was really dead the whole time, and that the little boy, Russell, or whatever his name is, who goes on the adventure with him was really an angel taking him to heaven. That's just not what that movie's about. Like, that's an interpretation that is incorrect, okay? There's many things in that movie you could talk about, different themes and all of that stuff, but like that's just not what the movie's about. Like, that's not what it is. So anyway, but what I'm looking for is for you to be thorough, to analyze in a certain way, to tell your opinion, explain why you feel that way. If I show something to the class and you go, I hate that, that's fine. You're not going to hurt my feelings, okay? I know not everybody likes everything. You might share something that I go, oh my God, what is that? But you have to be able to articulate why, okay? This semester, and I know this is going to frustrate and annoy and probably make people mad, Southside has a new policy. You are required as an online student to do 2 face-to-face assessments, interactions, graded assignments, whatever you want to call them, with me, okay? I know some of you are probably freaking out and going, it's an online class, why do I have to do that? There's a big, long explanation as to why Southside is requiring it. It really doesn't matter. It is what it is. Faculty are frustrated as well because we've got a lot more students. I have 3 online classes. That's a lot of students to try to meet and figure out how this is all going to work, okay? So I know it's going to be frustrating. I am on the Christiana campus in Alberta Mondays and Wednesdays this semester, and I'm on the Daniel campus in Keysville on Thursdays. So in a given week, when you are required, the first one we're going to do is going to be you're going to take your midterm and I'm going to proctor it. I will give you some options for days, campuses, either one of the main campuses, and times. I will try to do, I can't do really late at night because I live way far away from Southside. But I will give you some day and, late afternoon, early evening options as well, okay? I will send out an announcement saying, here's the options for when you can do your midterm. You need to tell me which one you're taking, which option you're choosing, and then you need to be there, okay? I will do my best to be flexible, but you got to meet me halfway because we don't really have a choice in the matter, okay? Yeah, so it is what it is. I will do my best to be flexible and work with you, but it's your responsibility to make that happen, okay? I will send out more specific details with days and times and all that good stuff when we get a little bit closer. But you'll have plenty of advance warning, and we will make it work. All right. So, get started. Go through the Getting Started tab. Make sure you know how to do all the things that you're going to be required to do. Look through the modules, read the syllabus, read the policies, look at the schedule, probably print the schedule. The schedule's not real detailed at this point, but, you know, it will show you what modules we're covering and when major papers are due and all that kind of stuff. If you have any questions, unless it's something personal that you just need to ask, you know, something that you don't want everybody else to know, but if it's something about the class and kind of getting started and how it's going to work, put it in the questions form in the discussion board, and that way I can answer it and other people can see that as well who may be wondering the same thing. Or maybe somebody else can answer you before I get there and then you know. If you need help, please let me know. Things are going wrong, something's happening. Don't just disappear, drop out, flunk the class. Call me during office hours. Email me. Come see me during office hours. I love to put faces with names. I have an office in Alberta and I have an office in Keysville. So, you know, come see me and I'll be glad to help. I would rather you email me 5 times and get the assignment right than go, well, I don't want to bother her, or that's a dumb question, and then get it wrong, okay? I'm here to help as much as I possibly can. I have one thing that I need you guys to help me with, okay? For Humanities this semester, I have 2 sections online and 2 seated. I need you, first of all, if you send me an email, put your name on it and tell me what class you're from, because people will send me emails asking me some question and say, like, my quiz messed up, and I'm like, well, who are you and what class are you in? Because I also have online speech. So, who are you? What class are you in? And for Humanities, you need to say if you're in Section 1 or Section 2. Last time I looked, Section 1 had 30 students. Section 2 had 25. Especially early in the semester, I don't have time to go, well, okay, they're in Humanities. I don't know which one. I'll go to the first section and read all the way. Nope, they're not in this one. Then I got to go to the other one. Just figure out which one you're in. If your thing says Humanities 100 011A, you're in the first section. If it says 012A, you're in the second section. So just let me know which class you're from, which section you're in, and who you are, so that I can help you easily and quickly. I have 4 face-to-face classes, 3 online, and I'm taking 2 graduate level classes right now. My brain is about as full as it can get. If you can help me out, I would really appreciate that. So, get started, introduce yourself in the discussion board, and let's get to work, all right? Gonna have a good semester, and I'm here if you need me.